Jacob Unruh, newsok.com, here with our weekly Dodgers update. I am joined by catcher Jack Murphy. Jack, thanks for joining us. I got to ask, we'll start with your home run the other night. Pretty epic moment. The crowd's chanting your name, I believe. You hit a home run. Talk about that moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it was kind of spontaneous. I mean, Saturday night, it was a good crowd out here, and I came up, and, yeah, I guess they were chanting my name, I think mostly just because I looked different than a lot of the other players. And, I got a pitch I could handle and was able to hit, a home run. A couple of guys joked that the reason I hit it was because I'd never like to go extra innings on a Saturday night, but yeah, I was just happy that I could come through in that moment.
Why no extra innings on Saturday night?
Well, because, quick turnaround on Sunday, and, with guys really don't like going extra innings, period. So, yeah, I was just happy to hit it when I did, and Sal go out there and get the last 3 outs of the game.
You mentioned your look is different than most people. You've got the mustache, long hair. Your uniform's maybe a little baggy, too. What goes into your look? What's your thought process here?
I don't know. I always liked having long hair. When I was with the Blue Jays, it was something that I couldn't have. I always had it in the off season. I had to cut it during the season. So there's a lot of games that I've played that go into the mustache and everything else. I've played in Australia a long time. It's kind of how they recognize me down there, and it's just kind of the way I've been accustomed to looking. So now that the Dodgers don't really have any hair rules, this is what it is.
Was it disappointing at the end of every offseason when you have to go and cut your hair? Do you sit there and ponder it or what?
Well, yeah, there's definitely like a 2-week period where I'm reaching for it and there's nothing there, and it's a little depressing. But that's part of it. It's each organization has their own rules, and they had a clean cut look rule, so that's how we had to go with it. But I'm happy to be on a California-based team for sure.
Yeah. What is it like being with the Dodgers? This organization's got a lot of talent. You're up here in Oklahoma City. What's it like?
It's awesome. I mean, it really is. This is my first year with the Dodgers. I was traded over at the end of last season, and I love it. I mean, there's a lot of Clayton McCullough, the farm director. He's from the Blue Jays. We had a really good relationship with the Blue Jays. There's some familiar faces. I played with Matt West last year in Toronto. And so, I mean, it was because I knew some people, it was a pretty easy transition. And, look, they do a great job of taking care of their guys, taking care of their players. They believe the more comfortable you are as a person, the better you're going to perform on the field. And I couldn't agree with that more, and it just feels great to be here.
You also got your degree from Princeton. You went there. You got drafted 31st round. What was it like playing baseball at Princeton and then making that transition to the pros?
It was different, definitely. I mean, I always wanted to – I came from Florida, a lot of high-level high school baseball, travel programs, and so a lot of, I was accustomed to high-level baseball. I went to Princeton. In conference is not quite the same. It's Division I for sure, but we lack a little bit of the depth that the big-time programs have, and there was definitely a transition, I mean, different culture. Once I got into professional baseball, different cultures, people from different countries, but everybody goes through that. I wasn't your typical Princeton type of student or person. I came from a little bit different background than a lot of the people that went there, but hey, I mean, I've loved baseball. I grew up in baseball, playing my whole life, and so it's all I wanted to do, and here I am.
What did you major in at Princeton?
I was a history major, but that doesn't really make me a history buff. My mom's an English teacher, so I was always good writing, and I wanted to do, I didn't want to take a lot of math courses. History just had the most to write about, so that's where I landed.
On this team, there's a lot of really good pitchers. Obviously, Julio Urias right now is really dominant. You've caught him a couple of times. What stands out about him?
He's special. He pitches like a veteran, but he's only 19 years old. He's got really power stuff, but he can also command it. When people ask me about Julio, he's the combination that you're looking for, a guy with power stuff, but commands the ball, like a crafty lefty would. That's a really rough combination on hitters. So, Julio's done a great job. We hope that he continues doing well and can get out of here and help out in LA.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and good luck moving forward. Hopefully we get a game in here tonight. It looks like kind of shaky weather. Stick with newsok.com. You get the best Dodgers coverage in the state.